Boy, has it been long since the last retro salvage video. Let's cut to the chase. Today we're going to be taking a look at 3 more systems that I got as salvage. A regular tower and 2 tabletop computers, which you could basically say they're like David and Goliath. Starting with the Goliath. What we got here is a late 90s tabletop computer which, although is not that outrageously big, it's still quite large for a tabletop computer. This is the IBM Net Vista 6269. It runs on a Pentium III clocked at 733 MHz. It originally came with 128 MB of RAM, 10 GB storage and some middling onboard graphics chip, all very basic stuff. I got this from an insurance office, which goes to show you what kind of system it really is. However, it's kinda special. Remember the Voodoo 2 I showed you a while back? You probably don't, since my last salvage vid was quite some time ago, so I would advise you to go check it out through the link in the description. Anyway, I used that Voodoo 2 here paired with the Virtus 3, none of which I have ever used before. Also, the Net Vista is the first Windows 98 machine I have ever formatted. Unfortunately, I noticed a slightly bulged capacitor. I had some stability issues and I don't know if that was the culprit. So, let's move on to the next tabletop computer, David. Behind the Net Vista is the small Dell Optiplex GX260. And at a first glance, it kinda looks like an Xbox 360. Now, don't let the cool name fool you. This is a very basic office computer that's for banks and accounting offices, basically. I actually found this one at the stairs of my grandpa's house. As you see here, in fact. We used to live in the same building, and I think someone must have brought it to my granddad for scrap. And so I took it home, hooked it up, turned it on, and to my surprise, it worked. As you can see here, the board is clean, no signs of rust, and all the capacitors look okay. In fact, the interior looks in prime condition. Speed-wise, it was nothing to write home about. It had a 1.8 GHz Pentium IV, 256 MB of RAM, a 20 GB hard drive, and once again a middling onboard GPU. It did run very slow, but after I changed the RAM to 1 GB, the little thing took new life as it became super snappy and fast. To my understanding, this computer was never really meant to have 1 GB of RAM, so installing that much really helped. However, one of the 2 RAM sticks I installed died, and I had to replace both with a single one since I wanted 1 GB. I wanted to upgrade it with the GPU. Unfortunately, despite my modifications, it really wouldn't fit in the case. Regardless, these 2 systems kicked the whole salvage thing, and it was at this point where I started making ads and flyers to get more. The last system for this video is very special to me since my dad used to own it when I was a kid. This is a desktop from a company called Optic that used to make PCs, and I am unaware of this company's whereabouts. In any case, much like the rest of the systems in this video, this was a computer for simple office use. There is nothing of note here. It came with a Pentium III clocked at 800 MHz, 64 MB of RAM, and a basic onboard graphics chip. But this system is special for other reasons. When my dad bought it in 2000 or so and didn't allow me to use it, he had a couple of cracked games installed on his computer, namely Cossacks European Wars and Sudden Strike. As I didn't know how to apply no CD cracks, I couldn't play these games on the PC I had in my room, so I tried to sneak on my dad's. Unfortunately, this unit has a blown capacitor and won't boot. I was thinking of getting a soldering iron and trying fixing it myself. It would be a useful experience. So this concludes my second retro PC hardware salvage, but that's not it, since I have more to show. So, to wrap up, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you wanna see more, and if you think I'm worth it, give me something. This has been Retro Amateur, thanks for watching.